Good morning, everyone. My name is Dhirendra. I am from CSE D. Now, I am going to explain my Python seminar topic. Let us get started. The topic I am going to explain now is list in Python. Generally, list is a collection of things enclosed in square brackets and separated by commas. Lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Lists are one of the four built-in data types in Python used to store collections of data. The other three are tuple, set, and dictionary, all with different quantities and usage. Now let us get into the topic of creating a list. Now, lists in Python can be created by just placing the sequence inside the square brackets. A single list may contain data types like integer, strings, as well as objects. Lists are mutable, and hence they can be altered even after their creation. Now let us create a list. Now here is the list we have created. The list we have created is list1, and this list contains the elements 1, 5.2, 96, phase, Python, and 8.6. That is, the list 1 contains integer values, floating point values, as well as string values. As we have already discussed, the list is a collection of different types of elements of different data types. Now, here is the output of the program we have seen before. As we have seen already how to create a list, now let us see how to access a list. Accessing a list. Generally, a list is accessed with the help of index values. Index values have a range from 0 to length of the list -1. Now, index values can be negative and positive. Now, let us see the syntax to how to access a list. The syntax is list name followed by square brackets, and within the square brackets we have to include the index value, that is the index value of the element which we want to access. Now let us see how to access a list with the help of an example. Now here we have taken a list. The list contains elements 1, 5.2, 9.6, phase, Python, and 8.6. Now, if you see the positive index values, it starts from 0 and it ends at 5. As the length of the list here given is 6, so it starts from 0 and ends at length of the list -1, that is 6 minus 1, 5. Now if we see the negative index values, it starts from -1 and it ends at -6. Now let us see more deeply this example in ideally. Now here is the example for accessing a list. Now we have taken a list of list name list1, and these are the elements contained in the list. Now we have printed the list1 and we have accessed the individual element of list1 by using the syntax we have learned before. And also we know that the elements in the list can not only be integers, strings, and floating points, it can also be another lists. That is, the lists present in another list are known as nested list. Now we also see the output of the two programs. Now here is the output of the two programs we have seen. This is the output of the first program, that is accessing individual values. The value of list of 0 is 1 and list of 3 is face, list of 5 is 8.6 and list of minus 1 is 8.6 and list of minus 3 is face. These three are example for positive index values and these two are example for negative index value. Now let us see the example for a nested list. Now this list contains the another list as its elements. Now if we see the value of list of 0, it prints the first list, and if we see the value of list of 0 of 1, this prints the second value. Now let us learn about slicing. Generally, slicing is used to access a set of elements in the list. Now the square brackets are used to perform slicing. Now if we see the syntax of the slicing, the syntax is list name followed by square brackets, and within the square brackets we include starting range and ending range separated by semicolon. The range values given in this slicing can be positive or negative. Now if we see the example for slicing, we have taken a list. It contains the same elements, and by applying slicing, the list from 0 to 5 and the list values from 1 to 4. Now here as we are given the list from 0 to 5, it prints the values from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, but not the value of 5. Similarly all these. Now this prints all the values in the list. Now this slicing is done with the help of negative index values. Now if we see this prints the reverse of the elements given. Now two lists can also be concatenated. If we see the example, we have taken the first list hello comma everyone, and the second list as hello comma world, and if we concatenate the two lists, we obtain the output, and you see it now. Now here is the output of the programs we have seen. The list from 0 to 5 prints all the values from 0 to 4, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. From 1 to 5 it prints the values of index values 1, 2 and 3. Here if you see this, it prints all the values in the list. Now in this it prints the reverse values. Now if we see the last one, it prints the reverse of the full list. Now here is the output. This last output is the example for concatenation of the two lists. That is, first list is hello comma everyone, and the second list contains hello comma world. Now let us learn about aliasing and cloning. First let us learn about aliasing. In aliasing, any modification done to the old value can affect the new list in which it is copied. That is, we have taken a list named capital A and it contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we have given the statement B is equal to A, and here A of 1 equal to 90. Now we have printed the values A and B. Now we see this in ideally. Now here is an example for aliasing. We have taken a list A and we have given the statement B is equal to A. Now we have also written A of 1 is equal to 90. Now we print A and B. Now let us see the output. Now if we see the output, the modification done in the A also affect the list B. That is, the both lists A and B obtained are same. Now let us see cloning. In cloning, any modification to the old list cannot affect the new list in which it is copied. In aliasing, it can affect the new list, and in cloning, it cannot affect the new list. Now, similarly, we have taken list A with the elements. Now, here given B is equal to A, square brackets, we have given colon, that is with the help of slicing operator. Now, we have done modification to the list A. Now, we have printed the output A comma B. Now, let us see this by writing this program in ideally. Now here, this is an example for cloning. We have taken a list A and we have given B is equal to A, and within the square brackets colon, that is by using the slicing operator, and we have modified the first list F1 is equal to 90. Now let us print list A and list B. Now this is the list 1 and this is the second list. By using cloning, we have obtained two different lists. That is, the modification done in the first list does not affect the second list. This is the Python seminar topic I have created. Thank you for seeing the video.